Welcome back to the We Are City channel for another episode of our Manchester City career mode. You can see in Pep Guardiola's final season, he is leading his side to a fifth consecutive Premier League title. Top of the league there on 70 points, a goal difference of plus 67, only 18 goals conceded already, nearly 100 goals scored with more than just over 10 games left in the season. We look like we're going to easily win the league, don't we? Newcastle up there with us, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester United down at the bottom. Crystal Palace, QPR and Bournemouth. Got Arsenal to kick off the episode. Let's have a look at what the schedule is for today's episode, because Champions League knockout stages is here, and also a Carabao Cup Final, I think that could be. So we're going to face Arsenal away in the Premier League, which we'll play. We'll play Bayer Leverkusen away from home in the Champions League, then Spurs away in the Carabao Cup Final, and then finally Everton away in the FA Cup. Lots of just, well, 4 straight games in today's episode going into the next one. Well, Arsenal come to the Etihad today, so we go away to the Emirates today to face Arsenal, and being so far ahead at the top of the Premier League table and one eye on that Champions League quarter-final game, or I think it's round of 16 game against Bayer Leverkusen in Germany. This is the side we're going to go with. In goal is Mike Maignan, it's Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, Guardiola and Bernard Sosa the back 4. Rodri the captain, the holding role with Frankie de Jong and Dominic Szoboszlai in the midfield 3. Then Grealish on the left, Kayiki on the right and Phil Foden through the middle on the bench. Palmer, Savio could make his Manchester City debut today. De Bruyne, Maximo Perron, Diaz, Wilson Esban and Rulli. It is Mbete, Cancelo, McAtee, Phillips, Alvarez and Diaby rested here today for the game against Leverkusen, which I don't think McAtee will take part in, or Luke Mbete, but the others certainly will. We're looking to try and get Frankie de Jong off as quickly as possible, get Maximo Perron in there, and the same goes for Phil Foden. Let's try and get him off as soon as possible and get Savio on for his debut in that false 9 position. Well, there is the Emirates Stadium. Manchester City is the side you welcome today, Arsenal. Well, Arsenal looking to beat us to the league title a few seasons ago. Since then, they've lost quite a lot of players. We sold Gabriel Jesus Zinchenko to them. They've recently moved. This Arsenal side is nowhere near the Arsenal side of the past, but they will give us a big test today. Well, there is Pep Guardiola on looking towards his City side, captained by Rodri today. Rodri, who's been at Manchester City for a very long time now, hasn't he? Alongside Pep Guardiola, the manager. This is Mikel Arteta's Arsenal. In goal starts Karl Hein. Is Norton Cuffy, Ferrari, Kalulu and Pedersen the back 4. Kakare and Rodrigo de Paul captain the midfield 2 with Maitland-Niles, Ødegaard and Leroy Sané supporting Patson Daka. That's a weak side. Ramsdale, Rekic, Unal, Nelson, Yere, Koopmeijer and Ketia on the bench. Not the Arsenal I was expecting. Jack Grealish. Sosa. He's got Kayiki in there. He went for the spectacular. Couldn't get it. And now Arsenal counter. Patson Daka signed from Leicester. Sosa. Ball into Foden's port. I think, Sosa's obviously a good crosser of the ball, but his actual passing is really poor compared to Wilson Esban, who I think's a lot better. Daka here. Wrong side of us. Patson Daka. Maignan can't keep it out and Arsenal take the lead here. Well, Daka got wrong side of Guardiola. And then he was in. Maignan can't push it over the bar. He tried to. Arsenal take the lead. Patson Daka, the 7th of the season. Not the best of goal record, is it, for your main man? We play without a main man. Guardiola down. That's frustrating. I want to get hold of Maignan there. Frankie. Look at Szoboszlai's position. It's brilliant. Szoboszlai. Rico Lewis makes it 1-1. Equalises from the fullback. We have fullbacks who can go and score goals, don't we? Good find by Dominic Szoboszlai. A nice finish from Rico Lewis. Bombing forward. He could have looked across the box there, Lewis, but as soon as he got in this area, he knew he could beat Heen. And he does do, Rico Lewis. 1-0 Manchester City. Lewis and Esban certainly the future. I just don't know why Lewis is only 75 rated. He's played quite a lot of games for us. Foden. Into Jack Grealish, and Arsenal in trouble again here. Grealish. Grealish! 2-1 Manchester City are in front, and we turn the game around just like that. Phil Foden with the assist, Jack Grealish for the finish, and City are in front now. Grealish played him, and he's away here, Grealish. There was no catching him for Ferrari. Kalulu didn't trust himself either, and City, who were 1-0 down, and Arsenal felt like they had a chance in today's game. Oh, lovely ball behind to Maitland-Niles here. Sosa. Not the best of defending. Guardiola takes it on the chest. Still a chance from range here. Good save by Maignan. Great start to the second half by Arsenal. Maitland-Niles off, Cooper Myers on. I just don't understand the substitution from Arteta, personally. I don't get that. Ødegaard. Sané. Szoboszlai fouls in the box, penalty. Could see that as soon as he stuck his leg out, Leroy Sané was looking for that. Sané, what a dive from Sané. And it's Patson Daka for his second. Daka sends Maignan the wrong way. Arsenal equalise. City frustrated. We need to get these big players off. Sosa, City probing here. Szoboszlai. Phil Foden with a strike and wide of Ian's post. And we're going to make the substitutions now. The first one is going to be Frenkie de Jong for Maximo Perron. Need the rest for Guardiola. Guardiola slides in on Sané. Ødegaard. Daka, great skill. Daka tests Maignan. Good save by Mike Maignan. There's Brown. Rodri. Grealish. Lewis. We know Cole Palmer's quality in the box. I wanted him to head it. Why didn't he head it? Rapid off his line out to Rodri. Bad pass by Rodri. Chance for Arsenal here off the post. Falls back out to him and a good save by Maignan. What are we doing defensively there? Bad by Rodri in the middle. Over top to Esbrand with Norton Cuffy. Esbrand. Kaiki blocked away by Arsenal as City look for that winner. Kanji looks for the cross. It goes behind for a throw-in. Wasted opportunity for 3 points. Narrows the gap at the top a little bit. Arsenal 2, Manchester City 2. Poor defensively at times. Couldn't get that winning goal. Well, thanks to substitutions in that previous game, we come into this game with a really fit side to go out there and hopefully get a really good result in the first leg against Leverkusen and make us more relaxed going to the second leg. The full side is fit. Sosa's fit to start again. Not Esbrand, though. I'm going to give Esbrand the nod, actually. Sosa on the bench ahead of Akanji. So, Maignan in goal. Cancelo, Captain Diaz, Guardiola, Esbrand on the back 4. Phillips, De Jong, and De Bruyne in the midfield 3. Diaby on the right, Alvarez on the left, and Phil Foden in the middle. It's Grealish, Kaiki, Savio, Szoboszlai, Sosa, and Bete and Rulli on the bench today for this game in the Champions League round of 16. So, come the two sides, Bayer Leverkusen and Manchester City. Moussa Diaby plays against his former side that have made it to the Champions League knockout stages. The round of 16, only the first knockout round. Over 2 legs this game will be played. We're looking to try and finish this game off in the first leg. You see there, Michael Elise, I think, is in this side. Also there, Matheus Cunha has been signed by Leverkusen. Also Unai Nunez at the back, Teze at right back. Some pretty good signings. Diogo Rossi, Asmoon. So this is the Bayer Leverkusen side we come up against. Captain is Hideki. Enzo Fernandez in there for them. They've got Alex Telles, Ozcan, Ryan Cherki, Nakamba, Bentancur on the bench. Hideki starts in goal. It's Can Enrique, Unai Nunez, Voba and Teze the back 4. Enzo Fernandez with Idrissa Gana in the midfield 2, I think, or Papagay perhaps. Asmoon supports Cunha there. A couple of other good players in that side. De Jong. Big challenge by Teze again. This is his second bad challenge. That's still no yellow card for the Dutchman, who's made 2 challenges from behind now. There's Brand. Looking for Kevin De Bruyne. A lovely ball. Unlucky for De Bruyne not to get in the end of that. It's good defending in the end. Phillips. Frenkie. Alvarez. Cancelo. Julian. Foden the turn. A good save by Hideki. The Premier League title. Oh, Alvarez. Great pressing. Foden. Diaby against his former side. Moussa Diaby. He's lethal. And it's 1-0 Manchester City. He does not miss Moussa Diaby. And he does celebrate against his former team. Bayer Leverkusen. Good find by Foden. But Julian Alvarez doing the work. Rabona passing to Phil Foden. Through to Diaby. And I mean, he strikes it. And he hits it true, Diaby, when he does hit them, doesn't he? Like Esbrand, it feels like. Foden. Into Esbrand. Full back with a chance here. Hideki with a save. Ball back to Diaby. De Bruyne. Played away. Should have shot there with Diaby. De Bruyne. Into Josh Wilson. Esbrand. Esbrand across to Diaby. It's 2-0 City. It's absolutely electric football from Manchester City there. 2 passes and we crushed them. And it starts from Esbrand at the back. Diaby gets his Another goal, his second of the game. Moussa Diaby, that far post where he arrives so often. One of his many talents, Moussa Diaby. Arriving at that far post is certainly one of them. Assist by Josh Wilson-Esbrand. This ball by De Bruyne into Esbrand, he was gone. And then a lovely cross into Diaby. So difficult for Radetzky to get across to that one. He can't do. Radetzky can't get to it. De Bruyne. Diaby. Frankie de Jong, good save. Julian Alvarez might be injured, but he's got himself a goal. 3-0 City. Oh, he's gone down again, Alvarez there. Looks like he's going to have to come off after that one. Finishes it. And doesn't even celebrate, Julian Alvarez. Drops the deck. Off he comes. On comes Jack Grealish. Big shame. He does get his Champions League goal. 3-0 City. Going to half-time here. I think this tie will be completed in the first leg. And it tends to be, doesn't it? We never tend to actually come up against a really tough opposition. I hate to say that wasn't the plan, but it was, actually, to run it into them and give it us back. Cancelo, De Bruyne. Oh, Cancelo. Foden. Grealish! It's 4-0 Manchester City. What a finish by Grealish. 4-0 against Bayer Leverkusen at half-time. City, the holders of the Champions League for a reason, playing a subpar side. In Bayer Leverkusen, yes, they've made it to this stage of the competition. This finish by Grealish. What a hit with the left foot. Wonderful strike by Grealish across the goalkeeper. 4-0 City in the Champions League. But 2-2 draw with Arsenal. A 4-0 lead against Leverkusen. Probably will give us opportunity to rotate now. Looking forward to that Carabao Cup Final in 2 days' time. We get Calvin Phillips in the line. So 4-0 we lead. Confident Enzo Fernandez off the crossbar. Frankie de Jong away to Jack Grealish. Brings the ball forward from centre back. That's one of his qualities that I really do like. Esbrand. Grealish. De Bruyne. It's Diaby! Moussa Diaby gets his hat-trick in Leverkusen. He's returned to Germany and he finishes this tie off in the first leg. 5-0 Manchester City. Moussa Diaby goal. Grealish into De Bruyne. Through to Diaby. And a really nice finish by Diaby. A simple finish for Diaby. Elise. Crossing here. Cancelo away at the far post. Well done. And here's Kayiki, the Brazilian. Into fellow Brazilian Savio. And Savio back into Kayiki. Please don't have gone too early. He hasn't done his onside. Kayiki. Kayiki! 6-0 Manchester City. Two Brazilians combined. They won't get in each other's way because I feel like they're very different players. Kayiki is very much a direct, pacey player. Savio more deft touches, passing. What a pass by Savio. And a lovely assist for Kayiki. Manchester City 6, Bayer Leverkusen 0. We're going through the Champions League, aren't we? Esbrand, Savio. Brazilian. Picks the pass perfectly. Kevin De Bruyne. It's 7 in the Champions League. Crushed by a Leverkusen. First leg kills the tie over completely. Leverkusen nowhere near the level of Manchester City. And we are just 2-2 good, aren't we? Savio with his second assist of the game. He really picks the pass well. And he picks it, you know, the timing of the pass from Savio, but the weight of pass as well is brilliant. The ground is absolutely empty in Leverkusen here. Manchester City 7, Leverkusen 0. We are through surely in the Champions League now to the next stage. And Moussa Diaby hat-trick on his return to his former side. And he thanks the audience. He thanks the fans. They got a lot of money, didn't they? Also Thomas Magno in return, who's moved on since then. Well, Julian Alvarez has picked up injury, but it's only going to be a 5-day one, a little bruised shoulder injury. He'll be back in just a few days. And Spurs did beat Port Vale in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup, and today, the 28th of February 2026, it's Carabao Cup Final, Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Well, for the Carabao Cup Final, the team in ways has picked itself. Maignan doesn't start in goal. It'll be Geronimo Rui, Cup goalkeeper. It's Rico Lewis, Manuel Akanji, Guardiola and Sosa the back four. Captain Rodri, Soboslai and Maximo Perrone in the midfield. Grealish on the left, Diaby on the right, and Phil Foden through the middle on the bench. Kayiki, Palmer, De Bruyne, McAtee, Diaz, Mbete and Mike Maignan. Esbrand is tired, now 78 rated by the way. Cancelo, De Jong, Phillips and Savio all miss out. I'd like to get Kevin De Bruyne on as captain to lift the trophy at some point. Perhaps Perrone drops into there and De Bruyne comes on for Rodri. We'll have to see. But I do want Kevin De Bruyne as captain lifting the trophy, especially being his final season. So Wembley Stadium it is, Carabao Cup Final. The first time we could win this trophy in this series on FIFA 23. We haven't done so well in the Carabao Cup for whatever reason, but this time we have reached the final. We beat Liverpool 9-2 in aggregate. Spurs beat Port Vale 5 in aggregate. We actually beat Liverpool better than Spurs beat Port Vale. If that isn't a positive sign, I don't know what is. City should go on here today against a tough Spurs side and lift this trophy. Spurs still searching for a trophy, I think. Don't think Harry Kane's ever won one, and we're going to intend to anyway to stop him from winning one again today. This is the Spurs side then. David Soria, Ugoi, Under Aller, Blinkovic-Savic, Jed Spence and Troy Parrott on the bench for Antonio Conte. It's Alex Ramiro, the starting goalkeeper. Tanganga, captain Ginter, David Alaba, Hernandez and Reguilon the back 5. Soler and Verratti part of the midfield 2 with Rodrigo, Kane and Son, the front 3 for Spurs. Kanji into Rico Lewis. Soboslai. Diaby. Behind to Rico Lewis. Nice ball to Dominic Soboslai, and City open the scoring through Dominic Soboslai. The Hungarian Kevin De Bruyne does it again. Found by Rico Lewis. Lovely cross from the fullback. Nice cross by Lewis. Into Soboslai, arrives, flicks it onto his left foot from his right and puts it past Alex Ramiro. No chance for the keeper. Soboslai's first goal, is it? Second goal in the Carabao Cup. City 1, Spurs 0. Brilliant goal from Dominic Soboslai. Causing all sorts of problems. Foden. Away from Son. Rides the challenges. And again Phil Foden. And that's a late one. And it's an injury to Phil Foden there. Caused by a bad challenge by Marco Verratti. Foden's injured. How has he got away with that, referee? Reguilon. Kanji chases. Oh, he gets his foot round somehow. And still a chance for Spurs. And Rulli's beat him. Phil Foden's looking like he's going to have to come off for Cole Palmer. Colas Soler with a goal. I'm disappointed the referee didn't pick up anything in the foul on Foden. Kanji there. Should do better. Guardiola as well. Really beaten from that sort of range. The power that Soler puts in it. Off comes the injured Phil Foden. Chance to, big faith putting Pep Guardiola by him. Rico Lewis. It's a great one into Diaby. He should score. Ramiro picks it up. What a ball by Rico Lewis again. The referee at the moment just feels if he doesn't know what to do, he just goes free kick Spurs. Diaby. Oh, Rico Lewis. Off he goes, Rico. Rico Lewis. Oh, good save by Ramiro. Then cleared away down to Sosa. Maximo Perrone. Soboslai turns and hits it. Diaby at the far post, and City are back in front. In the 38th minute, it's Moussa Diaby again. He's not offside. And it's a great finish. City 2, Spurs 1. Soboslai. Oh, great strike. Reguilon just can't. No one outpaces Moussa Diaby. And he beats Reguilon with a pace. And it's another goal for Moussa Diaby. City score again. 2-1 against Spurs here. Rodrigo. Guardiola, good defending. Referee says corner. We've played a minute over the added time. Good cross into Kane. Holden Rodri and Guardiola up and underneath it away. Half time in this Carabao Cup final. City lead by 2-1. Goals from Dominic Soboslai and Moussa Diaby. We just need to keep the ball, be more clever, more calm. And I think we'll get through this game and be lifting the trophy at the end of it. He's obviously, he's only 22, 23. Had a really nice loan at West Ham United. Sosa saw Diaby there. Oh, Soboslai was behind him. Perrone, great physicality. Maximo Perrone! Oh, what a finish from Maximo. He's had his first Manchester City goal. It just might be. 3-1 City in the final. What a time to get your first goal in a Carabao Cup final. The little Argentinian who's got real tenacity in midfield and real quality, and he's just shown it there. Bends one into the far corner. Found by Grealish, and I just saw the opportunity to hit it. And he did hit it. And he hit it right into that side netting. What a strike past Alex Ramiro. Maximo Perrone with his first Manchester City goal. City 3, Spurs 1 in the Carabao Cup final, and Spurs will start to feel it's beyond them now. Rodrigo immediately in here. Sosa. Rodrigo's back. Strike from range and a save by Geronimo Rulli. Sosa, lovely footwork. Cole Palmer, he hits one with his right foot. Romero just has to make the save best he can. So to the far post, defended by Tanganga behind for a corner. Diaby. To Cole Palmer. Palmer! Ooh, right-footed shot over the bar here by Cole Palmer. I think it's Kevin De Bruyne time. Out of all the way. Oh, great defending by Akanji. Soboslai in there. Good crossing again. Rico Lewis in there. Really came for it. I think Lewis was the man who got it away. There's Brand. Gets Benz that can't get past Lewis. Into Kaiki. Brilliant. Kaiki, what a ball to Diaby. Diaby for a tap into McAtee. Spurs calamity to the back and get away with it. Rodri down. Palmer. Kaiki! Oh, and a good save by Romero. Well, it could have been 5 or 6 today. Gets Benz. Pulls it back to De Bruyne. Kaiki, full-time whistle goes. Manchester City lift their first trophy of the season. It is going to be the Carabao Cup. And we're going to lift it here. Look at the players. The players lift the trophy they haven't lifted yet in this career mode. And I think that's why it means so much to them. Carabao Cup winners. Massive win. Kevin De Bruyne are going to lift it. There's Kevin De Bruyne and Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis has been absolutely fantastic today. Luke Mbete showing throughout this season why he's rated to be 4th choice centre-back next season. That would mean we'd have to lose either Stones, Diaz or Akanji. I think it's between Stones and Akanji. But for now, we don't want to think about that. Because these players deserve to celebrate, and they will celebrate. Up steps Cole Palmer. Up steps Kaiki. I mean, how decorated is Phil Foden, by the way? He has won so many trophies, it's unbelievable. And there is Kevin De Bruyne. Up steps KDB. The captain of Manchester City in his final season with Pep Guardiola. Manchester City are Carabao Cup winners. Well, the final game of today's episode is round of 16 FA Cup action against Everton at Goodison Park. We're going to go with a rotated side. Yes, Phil Foden has picked up an injury, guys, but it's only 5 days. That is brilliant. 5 days injury for him. The same as Alvarez, who's already back. So really starts in goal. It's Captain Diaz and Mbete, partner at the back with Cancelo and Josh Wilson as Brand. Phillips in the holding role with Maximo Perrone, who specifically asked to start this game. And after his performance against Spurs, I thought, yes, okay. With Soboslai in the midfield 3, it's Kaiki on the right, Alvarez on the left, and Savio, his first start for City in the false 9 role. We've got Grealish. Vinter finds his way onto the bench today. McAtee, De Jong, Guardiola, Sosa and Mike Maignan. The FA Cup for Everton is a realistic chance at a trophy. They're not going to be winning the Premier League, and out they come here to face Manchester City, already holders of the FA Cup and looking to be holders again come the end of the season. You can see there a few sides still in, the likes of Chelsea, West Ham and Leeds, the only Premier League sides left in. Southampton as well, Spurs at the bottom. But it's actually looking like quite a decent run you can have in the FA Cup this season with the bigger clubs going out. So you see the Everton side, Pavard, Dele Alli, Jonas Vind, Romagnoli, Garner Sims and Van Krumbrugge on the bench for Frank Lampard. Gavin Bazunu starts in goal with Issa Kabore, Tarkovsky, Elizondo, Senesi and Estupinian, the back 5. Ilic and Doucouré in the midfield 2 with Vimmer on the right and Jose Gaia captain on the left. Gutierrez starts on top again, who have found out the Portuguese international is actually 85 rated. Wide. Oh, good ball in here. Chance for Jose Gaia immediately. Geronimo really made the save. Behind for a corner. Good start by Everton in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup Final. Oh, Phillips the bad pass. Gutierrez here with a chance. Really with a great save and away by Perrone. Kaiki. Good run by Cancelo. Into Soboslai. Just can't be a Stupian to it, but Bazunu, confidence from Everton. Playing out from the back is unbelievable. Through to Josh Wilson as Brand, who sadly is pacey, but not physical enough there. And that is half time. Everton 0, City 0. Can't break down this Everton side at the moment. It's Everton. We usually create a lot of chances. Savio. Oh, great first touch by Savio. Alvarez lets it run. Alvarez! 1-0 Manchester City. Julian Alvarez with the finish in the 47th minute. Great play by Savio. Bit of magic from the Brazilian there. Into Alvarez, who lets it run. Good first touch, good second touch. Just gets his body open for the shot. Across goalkeeper Bazunu. Absolute cracker. You saw Frank Lampard there. Little snippet of him hands on head. Looks like City could be going to the semi-finals, quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Just won the Carabao Cup the game before. Esbrand. Lovely cross to Savinho. Oh, and Cancelo looking for that volley. Diaz. Clipped. Play on. Alvarez. Esbrand again. Maximo Perrone in there. He's offside this time. I knew he was offside. Joao Cancelo, he's offside. Ilic takes it instead. Oh, Mbete didn't win that somehow. Esbrand misses it. Everton with a chance here. Ooh, that was a great chance. That was Everton's best chance. There they go. Gaia. Everton in behind here. Mbete stops it one way, and Geronimo really with a brilliant save. Yellow card for Luke Mbete. Expect that this will be the last kick of the game here. Calvin Phillips attacks it. Away by Everton. Full time for Manchester City. A 1-0 win means City do go through in the FA Cup. And that ends today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Just straight 4 games today's episode, wasn't it? And 4 entertaining games. Please do like the video if you haven't already. Please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. And we'll see you guys, hopefully, for more wins next time.